Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. Yay! All right, so for the new people here that have stumbled onto Sunday with Spirit, this is not a tarot card pull. This is not political. This is a circle, the community trying to get together. Well, not trying, we are together. No matter what time you're watching, no matter where you are, just imagine us just hanging out in a big circle. We can participate if we want or not. We can listen, we can be more involved. It's all good. Just honor what you want to bring to the circle, what energies you want to bring. So we're just trying to tap into spirit and see what messages we can get for the week, for the year, for our lives, whatever. And I found it interesting, this feeling that I got. So I got my second shot, like, I guess 2-3 weeks ago. My wife just got her second last week or something. Kicked her butt. But anyway, that's beside the point. She's feeling much better now. And there's kind of this freedom that's going on now. People are getting out and going about and doing things, and people are relaxing a little bit. For the first time in about a year, there was a group of neighbors standing in the middle of the street, but group of neighbors hanging out and talking. And it felt so good. So the restrictions are lifting. So, and I feel a sense of let's get out there, let's do things. So I wanted to look at how do we move forward? Because frankly, some of these people I don't want to see. I'm like, well, that's not right. But I kind of like being a hermit now. But we got to get out. Do we? Don't we? Do we? I think we do. So the areas that I wanted to look at and how to move forward, I came up with four areas that we need to move forward in. And I said the word need. Ooh, that's one of the words I just don't like using. I don't like need and I don't like should, and I say them, you need to do this, you should do that. Okay, so the four areas that I picked are art, travel, business, and spiritual. How do we move forward? Now, art and spiritual, that can be really internal, but travel and business, that can be, we got to get out there, right? So let's just take a look at it. So here's the decks that I'm using. My Scarab deck, Los Caribo. So this is art, travel, business, spirit, and it's being, the next two cards are what to embrace and what is the resistance of the path. The next step is, well, it's the next card, is the next step forward with the good tarot. And if I needed a clarification, which I did, I'm going to use Work Your Light. And then the outcome is the 7 energies. Okay, we got it? Oh, and Work Your Light is Work Your Light. Okay. So I've laid the cards out. I shuffled. I thought about this. I laid the cards out. Let's see where we go with all of this. I'm going to drop it down. Hopefully this will all fit in here. Yikes. Yikes. I'm going to have to scoot things together. All right, we can do this. We can do this. All right, the first one, art. Art. What do we need to embrace? Oh, Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. It feels like we've been in the Four of Pentacles for, I mean, that's what COVID made me feel like I'm just gonna sit in my castle. But look at that guy. He's overgrowing his castle. He's getting just too big. And this is all about hanging on to things. So what have we hung on to in this pandemic that maybe needs to be released? We definitely need, we don't need those stairs. You got stairs here. There's some emotional stuff with the water that needs to come out, but we definitely don't, we could just step over this castle. Just walk right over it. Because we got too big. All right, the next is what should we embrace? Oh, the Ace of Swords. And to me that says, just don't step over that castle. Jump. Get off your butt and do something. You got a new project, the Ace of Swords, a new beginning, new truth, finding the truth. And there's a little lightning bolt that's gonna like kind of get you going. And there's a balance here too, and a rebirth with this snakeskin figure 8. And what is the resistance? Oh, the Daughter of Swords. So we have the Ace of Swords, new beginnings, new project, new truth, new direction forward. And it's a singular direction. Even though you have these side avenues, the direction it is pretty clear to you, but you can take side roads if you want, but they don't lead very far. That's the one that you want to go on. The main passion that you have from this COVID experience. This Daughter of Swords. So this is the resistance. The resistance is she's standing on your progress. And why is she standing there? Because look at her eyes. She's looking at everything. There's too much going on. What do I do? What do I... blah, 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 blah. And with this card, Daughter of Swords, it's a little bit about being a perfectionist. Seeing all the faults. So it feels to me like that we just got to jump in there and get going with this. Just start something. And if it's going off to the side, you'll get back. It's going to end, and that's good. That's good practice. And then you'll start going up to the major thing that we should be creating in our art. And the next step forward, okay, so this is kind of like the action. The next step forward is the Good Tarot, and that is Page of Air. Page of Air, spread your wings. Page of Air. And again, it's another swords, right? We have ace, daughter, page. Page of air, spread your wings. Okay. That to me needs a little clarification from your work, your light. Because to me, it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm open. But what's the action? The action, okay. The action, mirror. And what's this say? Who or what is triggering you? So the action to create this art of truth is looking in the mirror and creating art from what triggers you. What is your passion? What is your anger? What's the main thing when you look in the mirror? And what will spirit give you as the outcome? Ears wide open. Just so the final message of this is listen to your inner voice. To your inner voice, listen, and you're just going to soar. And you do have this truth that's coming out. Don't be so picky about being perfect. Okay, this is going to go really long. I need to speed this up. Art. Okay, so let's go to travel. And I'm going to try to pick up the pace here. Travel. Ooh. Queen of Swords. Travel. So when I look at this queen, she's looking to the left, which is like looking to the past. So I'm thinking, okay, you go back to a place, and you're traveling by air, but you're worried about this head in your hands. You know, can you get sick? Can you do this? Yeah. But the queen is somebody who is super powerful, who even though she's, to me, just my interpretation, she's looking at the past, she didn't become a queen just by hanging around and sitting in her little castle. I mean, she does things. She creates things. And she doesn't take any BS. So if we're like going, oh no, I can't do this, well, become the queen and do it. So what you should embrace? Oh, the crow. The crow. Now this is interesting. Some people, and it's the Hierophant, but it's the crow with key. So a lot of people think that, have bad connotations with the crow, but the crow is a new start. It's truth, very smart, kind of tricky a little bit. The crow has some magic to it, some life magic, and it's flight. So again, with the flight, with the knowledge, with the being fearless, flexible. That's what I'm getting with this crow. And it's being crossed by little hummingbirds out my window. It's being crossed by this. Yikes. Ten of Swords. And to me, this is just all about fear. That's what this is. It's all about fear. Am I going to get stabbed in the back and get sick? That's the resistance. All right. And the next step forward, go to the Caribbean, go to water. Look at that. There's lots of choices, but this one is water. But it could be in the mountains, up high in the clouds. Could be. Could be. I'm just thinking that there are so many different choices here. And I mean, to me, this is just all about swimming in an ocean, swimming in a lake. Although the lakes I've seen are not that clear. Tahoe is one. Lake Ozark is not. And what does Spirit want us to know as the outcome? Bearing fruit. So travel plans, they will bear fruit. They will bring a calmness. They will bring a rebirth with this crow, but it's going to take strength just to get up there and do it. And the resistance is, the Ten of Swords. And that's a harsh card, that one. Wild Unknown. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at is business. Oh, business. Five of Swords. Business. This Five of Swords is about winning at any cost. Being alone, well, certainly that kind of fits. Making sure y'all can see that. Certainly that fits with, COVID restrictions. Let's see what this means. This is like going it alone. I don't know if business is the right time right now because we have sadness. I was kind of thinking, where do we go from here? And this is leading me to think that we're still in COVID land. We're alone. We're sad. Just feel the loss. And it's being challenged by the Empress, giving birth to a new idea. Changing the darkness into light, putting green on those trees. Business. And what's the next step forward? Because Six of Fire. Six of Wands. Flying in as a winner. Just taking that leap and just going. It's funny with this because these two cards are, both fives challenges. They're both challenge cards. Winning at any cost, and the loss and the feeling of loss, being challenged by creating something new with the Empress card, a rebirth. And if you get rid of this and jump forward into that rebirth, it's going to be a good card for you. It's going to be a good way for you. And what Spirit wants us to know? Broken open. Let your light shine. If you stay in this 5 mode, then this card, you're not going to be broken open. You're not going to show who you are, who your light is. And you're going to have to be broken open a little bit to let that, you're going to have to take that leap to be a little more vulnerable. We can't just live in that, in our castle. All right. Moving on. What's the next one? Spiritual. Okay, can y'all see this down here, or is that... I'm going to kick this up. There we go. Okay, spiritual. Moving on to calmer waters. Moving forward. Taking the sword of truth and moving us towards different shores, different lands. And my eye caught that rose that she's holding, and it's droopy a little bit. Our spiritual journey is not going to be all smooth and calm and without sadness. That's all part of it. But we're moving towards a better place, a calmer place. A distant land that is I don't want to say better, but that was the word that popped in. It said that's not the right word. It's just more promising, more... You guys need to come up with a word. Oops, sorry. I'm going up into another world. You're moving into another spatial place that is just new. Anyway, so yeah, that little flower that was bent. All right, so what should you embrace? Getting to the mountaintop, working together with like-minded people. This YouTube community, this circle that we've created is so phenomenal to help us move through these troubled waters into a higher plane. And we can't do it by ourselves. I keep going back to this Four of Pentacles. You can't do it by yourself. You have to use other people. Take other people's ideas and turn them into your own ideas. And share. And it's being crossed by the challenge. The resistance is the broken cups. This card in the Rider-Waite, it's a man walking away. There are still some cups up, but he's walking away from an emotional loss, but he's finding rebirth. This card says that the sorrow that's at the bottom of this card, all those broken glasses, which can hurt you if you start walking down there. You need to go into and kind of take a leap of faith up into the mountain. And if you use some help and some guidance, you'll see the path to go up. It's not dark like in this card, it's light. All right. So, and the next step forward in your spiritual journey, Ten of Earth. As we walk up this mountain, the more we walk up, the more comfortable we become, the more enriched we are with just knowing who we are. Look at all those pentacles. Look at all those coins. Look, there's a treasure chest right in front of her. And then there's and I'm talking about the wolf, the dog. looks like a wolf. And then there is the treasure chest. So now you know what I think about quadrupeds. They are so special. They have a spiritual, they give us a spiritual access, a doorway. That's the next step forward, is finding peace, finding comfort, finding just calmness. And what does Spirit want to say about the outcome? Tender embrace. And I take it back to this card here with the flower, that it may not be, you're still going to feel, it's not going to, you're still going to feel some sadness. But if you climb this mountain and don't get caught up in, oh, it's really dark and scary and I'm not getting clear answers, and just be tender with yourself on this journey. You don't need to be, you don't need to like go, how come it's not clear? How come my spiritual journey isn't loud? I've been practicing this enough. I should be hearing, did you hear the should word? I should be hearing really clear messages. I should be seeing really clear visions. And sometimes what we want to hear is really, really quiet. Okay. Alrighty. Straighten this out again. So, as we move forward, it's not going to be without its challenges in any direction that we go in. We're still going to be hanging on to this isolation move. And you can see that in this card and this card. And it is going to take a powerful energy, singular focus, because we've got this sword here, this ace here. It is going to take that singular focus to get out of this sorrow and move on. And even all of these swords are pointing to a singular point, singular person, singular light. That one, that's just a mess. All those swords. But as we move forward and away from this fear and away from this sadness, we just have this beauty that is just going to bear a lot of fruit. It's going to give us so much comfort. And I think I'll leave it there. So thank you guys. Put my little sand dollar right next to there. Thank you guys for hanging with me on Sunday with Spirit. Take care of yourselves. Give yourself a big old hug. Peace and love.